A fairy tale turned battlefield, a global romance, now a global controversy. For years, the world has watched the story of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, but in 2025, the plot has twisted, becoming more complex and tense than ever. Tabloid headlines have screamed of an impending split, of a marriage crumbling under royal feuds and Hollywood pressure. Whispers of an $80 million divorce demand and secret peace talks have flooded the news cycle. Yet, through this relentless storm of speculation, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have presented a defiant, picture-perfect united front. In a year packed with rumors of their marriage's end, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have put on a masterclass of unity. But is it real? From the global stage of the Invictus Games to their life in Montecito, we're breaking down every public appearance, every coded message, and every insider report from 2025 to get to the truth of their highly scrutinized relationship. Are we watching an expert PR campaign in action, or is their bond simply stronger than the forces trying to tear them apart? This is the story of a marriage at a crossroads, where every smile, every touch, and every public statement is a clue. Our analysis starts in February 2025, under the bright lights of the Invictus Games in Vancouver. This event has always been personal for them. It was at the 2017 Toronto Games where they made their debut as a couple, so it's no shock they'd choose this stage for a powerful statement, and a statement it was. They were seen laughing, holding hands, and cheering on athletes with what looked like genuine joy. Meghan was even spotted capturing moments on her phone, playing the role of a proud wife. They attended breakfasts with Team USA, where Meghan joked with athletes about her time on Suits. It was a carefully curated image of a couple completely in sync, using Harry's signature event to project strength. But you have to wonder, was this just a couple supporting a cause they love, or was it a strategic move to counter the rumors that had been swirling for months? Royal commentators are split. Some see the Invictus Games as their safe zone, the one place where they control the whole story. Here, Harry isn't the spare. He's the founder. Meghan isn't the divisive Duchess, she's the supportive spouse. Every moment, from their coordinated outfits to the public affection, could be seen as a deliberate performance designed to silence critics and reassure their supporters, and maybe even their business partners at Netflix, whose cameras were always nearby. 2 months later, in April 2025, the Sussexes brought their narrative to New York City. At the prestigious Time 100 summit, Meghan made a statement that was impossible to ignore. On stage, she made what she called a confession, declaring, "I'm the happiest I've ever been." She gave credit for her joy to a supportive husband and their healthy, happy children. This wasn't some off-the-cuff remark. It was a powerful, direct message on a major platform, practically designed to be a headline. And it worked. News outlets everywhere ran with the quote, painting a picture of a woman not just surviving but thriving away from the monarchy. To make it even more relatable, Meghan mentioned her main worry was getting home in time for their son Archie to lose his first tooth. It was a masterful touch, blending her global status with the everyday worries of a mom. However, the question of authenticity just won't go away. This declaration of supreme happiness came at the exact moment reports of deep marital strain were getting more specific. Was this a real reflection of her life, or was it an expert PR move? Critics argue that such a bold public statement is often a defense mechanism. By defining her own reality so forcefully, she was trying to get ahead of any other narrative. This clash between public joy and private turmoil has become a running theme in the Sussex saga of 2025. In May, the couple celebrated their 7th wedding anniversary. In the world of modern celebrity, an anniversary isn't just a private moment. It's a public relations opportunity. While Meghan did not publicly post on a relaunched Instagram account, as was rumored, the day was still marked by their supporters and media, creating a narrative of enduring love. Fans shared curated collections of affectionate photos, from their early days in Botswana to quiet family moments, reinforcing the image of a strong, unbreakable family. This strategy works wonders for their supporters, who see these as authentic glimpses into a life they admire. They aren't just a royal couple, they're parents and partners fighting for their happiness. For their detractors, however, the day was viewed through a much more cynical lens. They see a couple who has commercialized their private lives and view any anniversary acknowledgement as just another piece of content. The argument is that if a relationship is truly secure, it doesn't need constant public validation. The carefully selected images shared by fans and media are seen not as genuine love, but as damage control to protect their joint brand. This is the fundamental divide in how the Sussexes are perceived. So far, the public story of Harry and Meghan in 2025 is one of perfect unity. But the story behind the scenes is far more complicated. Next, we're diving into explosive reports of secret reconciliation talks, professional separation, and the very real fears of a royal-pressured divorce. It's the side of the story they don't want you to see. If you're finding this breakdown interesting, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming. This is where the story takes a sharp turn. While the Sussexes projected unity, a much more serious drama was playing out behind the scenes. Throughout 2025, reports grew that Prince Harry was trying to mend his broken relationship with his family, especially with his father, King Charles, following the king's cancer diagnosis. In a May interview, Harry's tone shifted significantly, stating, "There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has." Secret meetings between aides for Harry and the king were reportedly held in London, a first step in thawing a years-long freeze. By July, reports claimed Harry was so serious he offered to share his schedule with the palace to avoid conflicts, a huge concession from a son who appeared desperate to reconnect. There was even talk of a UK visit in September, raising hopes for a face-to-face meeting with both Charles and William. But this path to peace reportedly came with a huge risk to his marriage. According to insider reports, Meghan Markle grew anxious about the process. Her reported fear was that as Harry reconnected with the institution, she could be left out of major decisions and sidelined. The most alarming claim, fueled by commentators, was a fear of history repeating itself, with Meghan potentially facing a fate similar to Princess Diana. The speculation was that King Charles might pressure Harry to choose between his family and his wife, possibly pushing for a divorce to bring his son fully back into the fold. Whether this fear is justified or not, it points to a deep mistrust and frames the reconciliation not as a healing process, but as a potential threat to her marriage. The Sussex brand was always built on the power of two, but 2025 saw a new story emerge, that Prince Harry was looking to build a professional identity separate from Meghan. Reports circulated that Harry was ready to carve out his own path, focusing on his passions. In May, while Meghan was in Montecito, Harry made a solo trip to Shanghai for a sustainable travel conference, highlighting his independent professional goals. This idea of a professional split was seen by some commentators as a sign of the most fragile moment in their relationship, with one psychic predicting they might stay married for the brand but become emotionally distant. The implications here are massive. If their professional lives split, what happens to brand Sussex? This led to wild rumors that as Netflix negotiated a new deal with the couple, they were considering a divorce clause. The unsubstantiated claim was that Netflix wanted the first bombshell interview if they split, a clear sign that even their biggest partners were thinking about a possible breakup. While the couple surprised critics by announcing an extension of their Netflix deal in August, the whispers of a professional uncoupling continue. By mid-2025, the divorce rumors hit a fever pitch. What were once whispers were now headlines. Unsubstantiated but viral reports, traced back to social media gossip, claimed Meghan had not only filed for divorce, but demanded an $80 million settlement and sole custody of Archie and Lilibet. While these claims lacked any real evidence, they took hold in the public imagination because they felt like the logical conclusion of all the pressure. Other reports suggested Harry felt trapped and was dropping hints of a split. The stripping of his royal privileges was also said to have caused more strain, pushing Meghan to speed up her solo Hollywood comeback. With her new lifestyle brand and media projects, a narrative formed that Meghan was preparing for a future where she might be on her own, both professionally and personally. Commentators started talking in blunt terms, with some claiming the couple was literally on the divorce path. The theory was that their goals were now in direct conflict, Harry looking back to his family, and Meghan looking forward to being a Hollywood power player. Every happy photo was reinterpreted as a lie. The court of public opinion was split, but the idea of an impending divorce had become a powerful force. Section 7. A summer sighting and an uncertain future. Then, just as the speculation peaked, something unexpected happened. In early August 2025, Harry and Meghan were spotted together on a rare, casual outing at a California beach. It was a simple, unguarded moment, or as unguarded as it gets for them. They weren't on a red carpet or performing for a camera. It looked for all the world like normal family life. This sighting messes with the divorce narrative. How does a couple supposedly on the divorce path enjoy a relaxed day at the beach? It forces us to reconsider everything. Was this a real moment of peace? A sign that the happy bubble in Montecito is real? A place where they can shut out the noise and just be a family? Or, if you're cynical, could it have been another calculated move? Aware of the divorce rumors, could they have arranged for a candid moment to be seen, to push back against the negative press? In the high-stakes game of public perception Harry and Meghan are forced to play, you can never be sure. This one appearance captures the whole mystery of their marriage in 2025. It leaves us with two stories that can't both be true. The first is a couple deeply in love, weathering a storm of attacks. The second is a marriage of convenience crumbling under the weight of different dreams, with public appearances being nothing more than brand management. As we've laid out, the evidence is contradictory, and the truth is likely somewhere in the messy middle. Every move they make is scrutinized, and a clear answer is hard to find. This story is still unfolding, and the world is watching, waiting for the next chapter. To stay on top of this evolving story, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. So, what's the real story of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's marriage in 2025? We're left with a profound contradiction. On one hand, a year of perfectly managed public unity. From the adoring kiss at the Invictus Games to Meghan's declaration of being the happiest she's ever been in New York, they've shown a rock-solid front. They've built a life that looks like a joyful, happy bubble in Montecito. On the other hand, the whispers from behind the scenes tell a different story. A story of a husband desperate to reconcile with a family his wife doesn't trust. A story of their professional paths splitting, with Harry seeking his own identity while Meghan builds her Hollywood empire. And a story of intense divorce speculation, fueled by fears of royal pressure and clashing futures. They are caught between two worlds, Harry's past and Meghan's future. The real question is whether they can build a bridge between those worlds, or if they'll be torn apart by them. The smiles are real, but so are the pressures. The love may be real, but the divisions are undeniable. This leaves us with the ultimate question. What do you think is next for Harry and Meghan? Will their united front hold, proving the critics wrong? Or are the cracks we're seeing the beginning of the end? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.